The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Time is the friend of the wonderful business, the enemy of the mediocre. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Buy a business, don't rent stocks. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Wide diversification is only required and investors do not understand what they are doing. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. The most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. You can't make a good deal with a bad person. A great investment opportunity occurs when a marvelous business encounters a one-time huge, but solvable problem. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does. The best thing I did was to choose the right heroes. You only learn who has been swimming naked when the tide goes out. It's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. Investing is not a game where the guy with the 160 IQ beats the guy with the 130 IQ. The best education you can get is investing in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. Read 500 pages every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up, like compound interest. The ability to say no is a tremendous advantage for an investor. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes. Don't pass up something that's attractive today because you think you will find something better tomorrow. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Never stop learning. The world changes constantly. The more you practice, the luckier you get. In looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. If you can't communicate, it's like winking at a girl in the dark, nothing happens. Leadership is not about control, it's about influence. Surround yourself with people who are better than you. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. The best managers resist the temptation to micromanage. I delegate almost everything. I shouldn't have to do the work myself. When you hire people, look for passion, energy, and integrity. Do not put all your eggs in one basket, but watch that basket closely. Wealth is the transfer of money from the impatient to the patient. It's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. I could end the deficit in 5 minutes. You just pass a law that says that any time there's a deficit of more than 3% of GDP, all sitting members of Congress are ineligible for re-election. The best thing I ever did was to invest early in myself. Investing is simple, but not easy. The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. An investor should act as though he had a lifetime decision card with just 20 punches on it. Our favorite holding period is forever. Happiness doesn't require more money. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. I insist on a lot of time being spent, almost every day, to just sit and think. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. You can't buy a good reputation, you must earn it. Don't confuse activity with productivity. The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars, I look around for 1-foot bars that I can step over. Keep things simple and don't swing for the fences. A calm mind is a clear mind. Self-discipline is key to success. If you're lucky enough to do well, it's your responsibility to send the elevator back down. Philanthropy should be guided by results, not emotions. I don't want to leave my children too much money because I want them to do things on their own. The greatest investment you can make is in others. Giving back is the most fulfilling aspect of success. Do what you love, and success will follow. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is today. Patience is one of the keys to success. Focus on what's important, and ignore the rest. Never underestimate the power of compounding. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing. Stay within your circle of competence. Understand the business before you invest in it. You can't control the market, but you can control your behavior. Reputation is everything. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Stick to fundamentals and avoid speculation. Your network is your net worth. Don't follow the crowd, think independently. Always think long-term. Be prepared for the worst, but expect the best. Success takes time, discipline, and patience. Avoid debt, especially if you're not sure how to repay it. The best way to teach is by example. Never be afraid to admit mistakes. Invest in what you know and understand. Build a legacy, not just wealth. Learn from history, but don't dwell on it. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. The goal is not to be rich but to live a rich life.